guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the cost of living in Saudi Arabia. I have gotten these questions over and over again and I decided to film on it. And there are some certain things I'm going to be looking at when it comes to the cost of living in Saudi Arabia. And the first on my list is the house rent, accommodation. Now, I want you to know that the costs of house rent in Saudi Arabia varies from place to place. What do I mean? The houses you get in Sahara for a certain price is different from the price of houses in Malas, is different from the prices of houses in Uleya and all that. Another thing you have to consider is if you are looking for a villa, an apartment, a flat, or a self-contained, their prices will certainly varies with each of those find house you are going for. Villas are more expensive than the apartments. The apartments are more expensive than flats and then the self-contained. So this is what you ought to consider. Presently, I live in a flat. The prices for getting a flat here in Saudi Arabia is within the range of 9,000 to 25,000 riyals for a 3-bedroom flat. So the second thing I'm going to talk about here is the electricity bill. Electricity bill varies from the weather. What do I mean? What I'm simply saying is the power consumption we use during summer is quite different from the power consumption during the winter, because during the winter, no AC, we don't use AC presently. This is winter in Saudi Arabia. We don't turn on the AC, the fans, so we spend less or lesser during the winter. This price always varies, okay? The electricity bill varies from family to family or from person to person. Personally, in my family, we pay about 500 riyals. That is our electricity bill for the month. Then the third thing is the internet. See, the price for internet is not the same, okay? It is different because of the package. If you go for 50 GB, what you are going to be paying for a 50 GB is different from what you are going to be paying for 100 GB and from what you are going to pay for an unlimited internet. And the unlimited internet is what most families and companies use here. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to let you know that you can pay within 300 to 400 riyals monthly for the unlimited internet. Another thing I'm going to be looking at or talking about in this video is the water supply. The water supply bill is affordable because we pay 300 riyals every 6 months here, and it is constant water supply, okay? You can use it to bath 10 times in a day. You can use it to wash, do your laundries and other things, and you are still going to pay the same 300 riyals every 6 months compared to the water bills paid in the Western world and in other parts of the world in general. The fourth thing here is going to be the gas tank. I can't remember the exact size of our gas tank, but I know that for sure that our gas tank is 18 riyals. And we use the gas tank can last us for 1.5 months, depending on how well I use it for the month, which is also very affordable. The next is going to be transport. The least you can get is 10 riyals. And the equivalent of 10 riyals in Naira is above 1,000 Naira. So that is the cheapest you can get in transportation. And the 10 riyals is going to take you for the distance of 1 kilometer to wherever you are going to. Transportation here is actually quite expensive. Not so cheap because the cheapest you can get here is 10 riyals. So that should give you an insight about the cost of transportation here in the kingdom. The next point is going to be food. When it comes to feeding, I can't say if it is expensive or if it is cheap, and these are my reasons. Here, as families, there are people who prefer to eat outside. And when you eat outside in the restaurants, you spend more in your feeding compared to when you make the food for yourself or for the family. There are people who prefer to eat only or 100% organic food. You can never see such people eating GMOs. GMOs means genetically modified foods. They don't eat GMOs. So, and organic foods are quite expensive everywhere, not just in Saudi Arabia. Another thing we are going to consider when we talk about the cost of feeding in Saudi Arabia is the size of the family. To a large extent, you will agree with me that the size of the family actually influences how much will be spent on the feeding for the month. What a family of 5 spends on feeding will be different from what a family of 2 or 3 spends. So fam, these are some of the factors one needs to consider when it comes to feeding the family. In summary, I can say that 1,500 riyals will serve a family of 3 to 4 monthly if it is used very well. The last on my list is going to be education. Government schools are actually free. For Saudis, the tuition fee for a child varies from school to school. And the range of schools, especially for private schools here, is within 8,000 to 25,000 riyals. So there are schools you can get at 8,000, there are schools you can get at 10,000 riyals, there are schools you can get at 20,000 riyals per section. The good thing about the schools is that you are giving certain discounts depending on the number of children you have in the school, or if you are a parent working in that school, you are entitled to certain deduction in the school fees. So guys, hope I was able to answer some of your questions or all of your questions about the cost of living in Saudi Arabia. And please, if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, and finally turn on your notification icon to get properly notified when I upload new content. And please, if you love me, just share my videos. So, see you.